I'm not seeing
I think I.
I didn't see the telltale bulge that we saw before. And they do the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I gotta home it again. I think it disconnected. So.
Copy. Thank you, scientists ashore, for being so patient with us.
Of course.
We're invested in this.
Who do we have on tonight?
Oh, right. Yes. Hi, this is Lisa Vonnie. Just come on with Lizzie for the 12 to 4. Hello, everybody.
That's jammed, I think.
I work for the Office of National Marine Sanctuaries at the West Coast Regional Office, where I am the policy coordinator, and I'm calling you from my home here in beautiful Aptos, California, which is on the north side of the bay of the Monterey Bay.
Not so far.
Got a hold of it.
Yep.
And this is Lizzie Duncan, and I work for the Channel Islands National Marine Sanctuary. So I'm currently in my office building.
Almost had it.
Close. Closer.
One more try, and then we'll. Third time's going to be a charm.
Yep, always is. So I'm in my office building on the UC Santa Barbara campus.
Cycle it once.
Oh, you're on the Santa Barbara campus.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That must be eerie so late at night.
A little bit.
Okay.
Is your office near the Bren School?
Yeah, actually. Yeah, so we're this Ocean Science Education building, which we technically rent, I think, from UCSB. And we're just on the other side of MSI, Marine Science Institute. So we're just 2 buildings over.
Nice.
So for my graduate work, I went to UCSB, so it's pretty cool to sort of see how the campus has changed over time. And I know exactly where their office building is. It has a great view.
Yeah, I've been there. A friend of mine's finishing a PhD there in geography,
I was a little
climate
bit late
and
getting on because I was looking for a vending machine, hoping to find some snacks for the shift. But I don't know where any of the vending machines are, and everything's closed. So next time.
Steve, can you zoom in there once for me, please? Oh, that's good. Taylor Ann, are you back there?
The midnight shift I was on, we were talking about.
Lizzie, I think you're pretty quiet. I don't know if that's just from me.
You got a still shot, do you?
Yep, I got a few of them.
Thank you very much. You can zoom out now, Steve. Okay. No.
Oh, it broke.
I broke it.
Oh, darn.
Okay. It's Sticky Fingers 15 minutes of fame, although it still does have a sample there. Part of the issue that the operator is having here is the very long coral cutting jaws, and then the long handle on the sticky fingers. So I have a almost, you know, half a meter sticking out there. So it'd be like walking around with a stick in your hand trying to.
Yeah.
Always equipment, never the operator.
But that's true 100% of the time. You know, we need to try to use the sticky fingers. That's just, you know, the whole reason for developing something like this so that we can collect these fragile corals. So I think we should just continue trying and go back to the drawing board, and that's how we'll get the perfect configuration.
Yep. It's definitely a work in progress. There's already been a few iterations, but the design seems to be getting better each time we try and use it. So
I think there is yeah, there's already a design in the works for Mach 2, right? Or Mach 3?
Yep.
Okay, you want to open the... You guys still want this in the starboard forward box, correct?
Yep.
Yes, thank you. So let me just make sure get it. So this is sample. What sample number is this, please?
008.
Thank you.
I don't think we would have ever got this far without sticky fingers to... I would have mangled pieces of it with a manipulator. So.
yeah.
And I'm sorry, again, in which box are we putting this?
What's that?
Forward box B.
Which box? Forward box B, thank you.
Mm.
And in forward A, we already have something.
Yeah,
and,
it has an encrusting sponge on a rock.
Right. I'm reading the data recovery report to sort of see where we're at. Thank you.
No problem.
It's not in the box yet.
Nice pivot.
That's a beautiful specimen.
That would have been hard with sticky fingers, I think.
Yeah.
It's hard with these gangly fingers too. I'm like, the starboard box is the challenging one because it's...
Oh, it's very close to the arm, I see. So it's hard to...
what we call the armpit grab.
Oh, yeah. That totally makes sense.
There you go.
Nice.
Finally.
Nicely done.
Oh.
Yeah, well done.
Oh. Is it gonna go?
Oh,
well, some more persuasion required. So where the long fingers come in nice.
Gently putting it to bed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's right, tucking it in.
Well,
Nighty night.
Long fingernails do come in handy once in a while.
I'm sure Abby's very happy with that.
Thank you again for your patience. That was...
It's weird.
Well, thank you for collecting that specimen.
Yeah, so if you fire the DSC back up, does it?
So, Rennie from NAV, I received some direction from Guy Cochran, who who is our geologist, and he is recommending that we move southeast from our current position and aim for the bulge in the next depth contour on the HYPACK screen.
Sure, we can do that.
Great. I guess we're trying to get above this. We're below a ridge where these boulders have broken off of, and we need to get above it somehow.
Heading to the bulge. It looks pretty like not so steep of a slope. So eventually,
Okay.
hopefully, we'll get to something.
Good.
Whenever y'all are ready, we are going 130 will be our bearing.
I'm
Roger,
ready.
130.
So I'm hearing, so we just had a watch change. We are now on our, we're on the Pacific coast of, we're just off of California. I mean, not just off California, off the offshore of California, Pacific Standard Time. So for us, it's just past midnight. It's 12:30, and we just had a watch change. And for those of you who are listening in and watching, we just collected one of the largest sponges that we've seen thus far on this dive. And the dive that we're on is on Santa Lucia Bank. It's a geologic formation off the coast of California. It's a bank that rises up to 400 meters of the surface, but we're much deeper. We're in the deeper portions of the bank. And on this dive, we're in an area has not been visually surveyed before, and we are on the lookout for large corals and sponges, but thus far we haven't seen very many. The specimen that we just collected was one of the largest ones we've seen on the dive, and as you can see from the video footage, we are in a field of what they're calling talus rubble. So this is rock that has fallen down from the ridge top, and hopefully when we get to the top of this feature, we might find larger boulders on which we will find, or larger rock formation on which we might find some more mature species of corals and sponges.
I'm excited to see the different kinds of species or morphologies that we're going to find at this depth at 1,400 meters versus our previous dives in Channel Islands, which were, the deepest was 800 meters. So we're almost twice that now. And things get weird as you get deeper.
Yeah, and just let me know if you want to see slope or backscatter. I have those layers available.
Great.
Okay,
thank you.
so to explain a little bit more, this is Lisa again. I'm reading from the science chat. We have a wealth of expertise coming in via our science chat. And Guy Cochran is saying that what we're seeing is rubble that has slumped off of the bank. And recall, I said that the top of the bank was at 400 meters, and we're much deeper. So this is rubble that has fallen off the top, and it's rolled down from the top of the bank. And I apologize if my audio is not so great. We've been having some problems with D-Link.
Can you face 130, Jake? or something like that.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if it was just on my end because at some point I couldn't hear SPL or Nautilus, so I had to close out and come back.
So when I talk, Lizzie, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, it's just kind of garbled every now and then. It's not consistent. So I got most of what you said.
You sound really clear.
Yeah, it being the first time given the pandemic and us remotely leading things from shore, it's, you know, they're the first time OET is using this software, and so to pinpoint where some of these audio issues may be occurring is a little tough because it could be your local network, it could be satellite, you know, maybe cloud or wind interference, however that works. So there could be a number of things. But I know I was breaking up on my last watch where to the point where no one could hear me. So I just had to type in the science chat. So it comes and goes.
You sound great.
Thank you.
Oh, and Bob Schwimmer is saying right now we both sound good.
Yes, you're not cutting out in this moment. So
Good. So Lizzie, maybe we can explain to people who are listening in why we are checking out this feature, Santa Lucia Bank. So this is an area of much interest here in California for two reasons. The Santa Lucia Bank area resides within an area that has been nominated as the Chumash Heritage National Marine Sanctuary. And Lizzie and I, we both work for sanctuaries. Sanctuaries are a type of marine protected area. And our program focuses on conserving the marine resources of special places around our nation. And these marine resources can be biological resources or also cultural resources like shipwrecks or the cultural connections that indigenous people have to the ocean. And the Chumash Heritage National Marine Sanctuary was nominated by the Northern Chumash Tribal Council. And the Chumash are an indigenous tribe or people that have lived here in California for many years before the Spanish settlers came in. And they have a special connection to this part of the ocean. The ocean is part of their origin story, and they really want to see this area protected for reasons of protecting the ocean and the special connection that they have with the animals and the resources, and also the spiritual connection that they have with the ocean. On October 19th, on Monday, we have an outreach event with Nautilus. It's called Next on Nautilus at 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can hear Violet Sage Walker speak about the Chumash connection to the ocean, and Violet is a member of the Northern Chumash Tribal Council, so she can better explain what the Chumash people seek in this area and why they want to protect it.
yeah, that's a great tip. It should be a really great conversation that we have with Violet, and Lisa and I will be on there as well as some of the education outreach folks from OET.
Yeah, and so Lizzie, she works for Channel Islands National Marine Sanctuary, which is to the south of here. And this is a sanctuary that has already been designated. And to the north of us is the Monterey Bay National Marine Sanctuary. And some of you that have been following along, it's in the Monterey Bay National Marine Sanctuary, the Davidson Seamount, where the Nautilus cruise in previous years and this year has gone back to survey the octopus gardens off of Davidson Seamount.
Yeah, there are 5 national marine sanctuaries on the West Coast, and they all contain deep sea coral and sponges. And so it's one of the regional priorities here on the West Coast to better understand their distribution, the health and their condition, and what potential impacts humans might be having on these habitats, since they're pretty sensitive to disturbance, given their slow growth and long-lived life cycles.
This is a very different habitat. One, we're much deeper than we were in the last few dives in Channel Islands. And Lizzie, I don't know if you had a chance to see parts of the dive earlier, but when you just look at this view, so not zoomed in on the seafloor, it doesn't look like there's a lot of diversity, but if we were to set down and look, you would see crinoids, many different species of echinoderms. So those are the sea cucumbers and urchins and brittle stars. And we can see some of them coming into view right now. Not many sponges, but also if we were to look a lot closer, have a better zoom, I heard some people talking about we need to bring a microscope with us on this dive. You see quite a lot of diversity.
Yeah, the scale when you zoom in is almost like a world of its own. Like we're at one resolution right now and looking at this landscape, but as soon as you zoom in, there's a lot of, like Lisa was saying, diversity, and the textures are really interesting. Lots of things that you wouldn't notice unless you took the time to zoom in. Are we seeing siphonophores too? Because I thought I had seen something potentially.
Yeah. Yes, we saw the pineapple one.
Oh, okay, good. Yeah, I think I saw that one a bit earlier too.
Yeah.
It was just in the periphery, so it was hard to tell.
Yeah. So I see some
And Jen was saying you've
crinoids.
seen some octopus too. That's exciting.
Yes. Yes, many octopus.
And Jen is saying in the science chat, predatory tunicates, which is also very exciting. Lots of echinoderms.
Yeah. So should we, I think we passed a kelp late a while back, so if we see another one coming up, should we collect that for Taylor Ann? Taylor Ann, are you on this shift?
Yes, I am.
Okay, so if we see any kelp and you think we should stop and get it, please just tell us.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. I was surprised to see, we saw 2 already. That was a lot, so I'm sure we'll probably see more.
There's a piece on the right of the screen.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Well,
But we can.
do you want to see? We can get it. We can slurp it up if you want.
If that works.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Bridge nav. Hold position. Thank you.
So Taylor Ann, if it's convenient, can you explain to folks why you're interested in collecting this drift kelp?
Sure, of course. So I'm a master's student at CSUN, which is Cal State University Northridge. And I am studying microplastic pollution. So my first part of my research was, sorry, I'm just making sure the pilots and stuff. Okay, they're not talking on SPO. Hold on one moment. So I'm trying to see how microplastics are traveling through the ocean. So initially my first proposed research study was just going to be in kelp forests, And I was interested in kelp forests because the high density of kelp actually changes the way water flows in this system and slows down the water flow, causing it to be in one place for a long period of time, or a longer period of time than open ocean, potentially allowing kelp forests to be like a hotspot or a holding place for microplastics. And due to COVID, my project was put on hold, so I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to do it at all. And I spoke with the folks at OET about, you know, my ideas, and they're like, you know, we have a lot of people interested in microplastics. If you can come up with a proposed study, you can collect some samples out here for your research. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm doing both projects. So I'm trying to see how microplastics change in the different parts of the water column. So according to the different water mass properties, and then as well as the organisms on the bottom. So trying to see if detritivores, so like urchins or sea pigs, are feeding on microplastics down here. And then just trying to see if kelp can actually be a vector for microplastics. So we'll see if microplastics are sticking on the surface of this blade of kelp. And if organisms like urchins and all these little brittle stars and things that might be feeding on this blade, if they will be ingesting the microplastics and how that impacts life down here.
That is very cool.
Yeah, it's really interesting. A lot of people think the deep sea is so remote. It's like almost impenetrable by humans, but we've seen in many cases that's not true.
Yeah, no. Yeah, we've found microplastics in the deep sea already, in the deepest part of the ocean, and even in the most remote parts of the world, like in the Arctic and places that most people don't get to go. You still find microplastics there.
Yeah, and even on this side, I think Jen was saying we found like rusted cans, so even like bigger pieces of pollution making their way down here, and it's really cold. There's not a lot of oxygen, and so things take even longer to break down in the deep sea. It's almost like a fridge where things are preserved. So unless they get buried by the sediment, it's really, and even then it's pretty hypoxic.
Yep.
What jar do we want this going in?
We have jar 1 free. Can also do 5 if you're closer to that one.
Should I flush? Is that what you're saying?
Did you flush already?
No, I did not.
Yeah, we need to flush first.
Okay.
She gets the surrounding seawater in too, so you don't want to flush once you...
Yes. Yep.
You want that sea pig too, Taylor?
I didn't see it. Oh, I see it in the bubble cam, the little holothurian there. No.
They'll slurp nicely. If we're gentle on the slurp, you won't have a holothurian slurpee when you get it up.
Oh no. All right. Could we actually potentially zoom a little bit more? Well, I guess I'll see it when it comes up.
Yeah, no, sorry.
I just wanted to see if it has wrinkles in it, like macrocystis. Yeah, it does. So I think that looks like
sorry.
I don't know. It's hard to tell.
Oh yeah,
it looks like macrocystis, right? Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go.
Blade-like.
Nice. Okay, I got some good grabs of that. Thank you.
I'm on sample jar 5 right now, Taylor Ann. Is that good?
Yep, the sample jar 5 is just fine. It's free.
Yeah, go ahead and jam that one.
Yep.
Give it 100% there. Why do they always look dusty?
So those, if people are watching on the quad view in on channel 5, you can see the collection jar and the slurp, or the big pipe that you see being manipulated to collect the kelp blade. We will watch and see the blade being deposited in the collection jar.
A rusty pipe. Slacking on our maintenance. Do I got enough? How's my
Let me check.
hose reach there? Oh yeah.
Yeah, you get.
Is-
You're good.
We're gonna try.
Would that be channel 4? Or
Channel
do we
3.
have a channel 5?
Channel 3.
Channel 3.
Yep.
I'm gonna move.
Yep.
Steve, can you zoom out just a second? I'm gonna move just a little bit closer. Or I might move. We'll go move around this way. Trying to get the fat in first, and all the little barbs were kind of sticking up. So we
Oh,
get
good idea.
get that in first. Hopefully it'll go through the tube a little easier and less damage. I can't quite reach from over there. Sorry.
So Taylor Ann, who's your advisor at CSUN?
My advisor is Dr. Carrie Nichols. I actually spoke with her haphazardly. Well, I don't know, kind of on a whim when I was thinking about grad school, but wasn't too sure. And just having a conversation with her was so inspirational and motivating to just go for it. And I'm really, really glad that I did. She's been a great advisor. And so she studies kelp forests and knows a lot about them. I would say she's more of an oceanographer than just a marine biologist. She likes to consider all of the things when it comes to research. So I really value her perspective and her guidance on my research and allowing me to be a little creative and super curious with my questions. And yeah, it's been great. So she doesn't do any deep sea
cool.
research, but yeah, she was willing to let me branch out and still advise me on that.
Okay, you can zoom in, Steve.
So it's been great.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a graduate from CSUN.
Oh,
That's why.
cool. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Okay, Jay.
Larry Allen
Full
was my.
power. What's that?
That full jam. I put it up.
Roger.
Awesome. Yeah, Larry Allen, I know him. He's still there.
Yep, still there.
That's awesome.
I'm one of his many former graduate students.
That's so cool. Small world.
So not happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very rigid piece of kelp.
Oh, yeah. Leathery. It's kind of thick.
What about putting that in one of the bio boxes?
That works for me.
I don't think it's going up that.
Yeah, that's fine.
Can we stick it in under the sponge?
If you're
Yeah.
not concerned about it floating out, yeah. The sponge, I mean.
Yeah. No, the sponge won't float out.
Okay.
But if we get the kelp kind of under it, then next time we open the box, hopefully it'll stay.
Okay.
That's okay to mix those up, is it?
Yeah, it'll be all right. Yeah, that's fine.
Either one of the front boxes here?
Yep.
There's a rock in one of them.
Yeah. Not in the one right in your underarm, whichever one works best.
See if we can get there from here.
So, yeah, we're not putting it in the jar. We're putting it right here in the bio boxes right in front of us here on channel 1.
All right.
Okay.
So it's going into bio box A.
Suction off, is it?
Yeah, it's off.
Roger.
Oh no, is that B?
Oh, no, that's it. That's A.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, in the box. Didn't they do some, they reading something about finding microplastics, I can't even say that word, in the trench, in the Marianas Trench, down deep? What new?
I know they found macroplastics
Yeah.
in the deep, but
They did find microplastics there, yeah.
Mackerel?
Yeah, I think they found a plastic bag.
Oh. Probably one that James Cameron threw over the side of the ship. I thought they were, I was reading something they were accumulating in the trench because they're heavy. It was some animal they were finding them in. Could have been a science fiction book though, I don't know. Okay, moving on.
Bridge nav.
At least you don't have to worry about fishing that one out of the
Slurp.
slurp hose.
100 meters, 130.
Yeah, I don't want that to happen again.
Thank you.
It gives Jess something to do. She loves to fish stuff out of the slurp hose. She's really good at it. So I don't know. She got this technique where she fills it with water and then slams it down on the deck. It's like hangs it up on the side of the vehicle and then backfills it with a hose and then
That's a method.
Gently lands it on the deck and it spits its guts out. So heading 130, right?
Roger.
Yeah, so we're trying to get out of this rubble field, and hopefully as we move southeast of here,
we can move faster if you want. Sorry to interrupt, but
yeah,
yeah,
that sounds great. No
Yeah,
interruption at all, Dan.
So I
Yep.
see, if you look at this rubble here, right, and then you look at that chunk to the right, I suspect it's going to be largely like that. I don't. We're not seeing a lot on the sonars as far as anything ridgier than that. So it could be that that's the source of this rubble. It's not necessarily like talus from a ridge, or rather from a wall,
Right.
but more so it's just broken up bits. But we will continue onward to look for bridge nav.
no, our ears ache. We
Increase
press
speed
on.
to 0.5. Thank you.
Am I dating myself there?
I didn't hear it.
I think you were. And I didn't quite hear what you said either.
There's a big
What did you
fish
say,
out
Dan?
there.
So though our ears ache, we press on.
Yeah. I
That
did
might
not
be
get that.
Clavularia down there.
Every Sunday, that was like the highlight. So in the one channel that we got.
And I think, I mean, this is more of a long-term goal to potentially get up the slope to find slightly different habitat. So I forget what the range of the sonar is, but I think what we're aiming for is outside of that range, right, Lisa?
Zoom, Steve.
I'm sorry, Lizzie, what did you just say?
Oh, I was just saying I think our long-term goal for these smaller movements is to get up towards a bigger ridge where we're hoping it's more solidified.
Yes.
I don't
Yes,
think our
exactly.
immediate wish or our expectation is that there's going to be a ridge within the next.
Yeah, it looks pretty flat here.
Yeah.
For the next few hundred meters. But so we'll continue up. Hopefully there's something on this steeper slope here. The steepest slope is where points X and Y are. So if we're not having luck here on the flatter bit all the way to the top, you could always try to jump down if there's any time remaining in the dive. But still, we could have luck where these tighter contours are.
Yeah. So if you're following the science chat,
I do
guess
not have that up.
So I'm not a geologist, but Guy Cochran is saying that this rubble is coming from somewhere, and it takes a lot of energy. So he said he's advising that we go upslope as quickly as possible.
Roger that, going upslope.
Because, yeah.
So once we reach this bulge, I think I may alter course to more something like 100, 100, and we'll head
Yes.
up this slope kind of perpendicular to the ridges.
Yep.
Okay, thanks, Steve. We're gonna...
So I appreciate Nav just adjusting on the fly like this.
Yeah, always can.
Thus the E in EV.
Truly explorative.
Most famous. Okay. I guess this caught up to me. I can boot scoot now. Shadow's a little better today, Steve.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah,
If,
good.
Yep. Did you guys adjust the lights?
We did.
the down ones, yeah,
Nice.
pointed them more inwards.
Still a little bit there, but not as prevalent.
So those are all brittle stars that we see at the bottom. They're a type of echinoderm. They're related to sea stars. Pretty large crab. And those long cucumber-shaped animals, they are sea cucumbers. I don't know what else to call them. And I think that they are of the species late Magoni, especially the shimmery ones. But I think that there's two types out here. But if you see a white shimmery one, that's definitely the late Magoni. Which I think is a great
a
name.
little steeper.
Yeah.
Bigger boulders too, it looks like.
Yep.
Yeah.
Have you guys seen any pyrosomes on this dive?
I thought I saw a couple just on the seafloor, but not nearly as prominent as.
If I turn to my right, that's more uphill at the direct moment, at least.
Yeah. We can keep on this then if you want. I think it eventually.
Oh, I see. I just got that little bump right there. Right?
I think so. I think it eventually goes up here. But reality is the camera.
Yeah, I can do a jog if you want. Or is that just bring us along the ridgeline?
You mean coming down here?
Oh, if we turn a little more to the south and go straight up for now.
Yeah, we can do that.
All right with that.
Alter course then a little bit.
Yeah, just maybe try south for 20 meters there.
Roger, yeah. Bridge now.
Sure, we'll pay for it on the next up there.
1 step 20 meters south. What do we have here? Crab getting eaten apart.
Yeah.
Seagulls have been here. Wow.
Oh, there's a thorny head?
Oh yeah, rockfish.
One fat looking sea star too. Okay.
Suspiciously fat.
Suspiciously full belly.
Yeah. Not me. A long spine thorny head. Thanks, Kurt. Yeah, I think that was
Jen
the
was
first
saying we
one.
haven't seen too many.
Yeah.
But you have been seeing a couple of grenadiers, though, a couple different species from what I can see.
Yes. Just right now, we saw I think we're seeing two different kinds.
So,
Is that a white tip grenadier? Is that a name? Because it has a white tip.
Oh, is that a snailfish?
Yeah, so cute.
Cute.
I'm back to 135 there, Rennie.
Roger that.
Zoom in just a little
Right
bit
snap.
there. That's good.
They are the cutest fishes.
Aw.
Yeah, they really are.
100 meters, 135. Thank you.
They
Can
look
zoom
like
in
a
little
type
more
of
on this
fish that you would find in a Hello Kitty
guy.
So cute.
The
Surprised
big
they didn't,
eyes.
I'm surprised they didn't pick the snailfish for like a Finding Nemo kind of movie. It's so cute.
They should do Finding Nemo, but like deep sea. I guess they have the lanternfish though.
Try a little more zoom, laser zoom maybe.
So cute.
Good, good, good.
Oh, very pretty. And I think what makes them even more cute is that they're pink.
Yeah.
Yeah. You've got that ombre to the blacktail.
Yeah. Yes, ombre.
What's he doing there, snuggling into the rock? Look, he's nursing on the rock or something.
He could also be blinded by the lights.
Oh, yeah.
Potentially.
So Jen is saying that's a blacktail snailfish. Okay, so we need to keep on moving.
Yes, we do.
Yep.
You can see the navigator over there getting nervous.
The frequency with which my eyes dart around.
Yes.
Okay, 135.
Okay, so let's not get distracted. We're just going to 125.
Yeah.
I can
Let's all
make
stay
up
together.
some time here unless we see some more flowers that are worth smelling, but
No. We're all going to close your eyes except
There's a
for the
mushroom
pilot.
coral.
all cool mushroom coral.
Ooh.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Forget about it.
Someone's got to be the slave driver around here. So
Yeah.
I could have trouble walking across the pasture at home.
All right, we are getting caught up. Yeah, you're directly below.
Yeah,
Roger.
down cam.
That's that half a knot speed.
Yeah, I'm
Ship.
doing 3/4 of a knot now to make up time
Nice.
at 135.
135 now. We did jog a bit south, so
Yeah.
I think it'll feel that. But I think eventually we're going to have to go more eastward, if I'm not mistaken. Otherwise, we'll be driving along contour.
Roger. There comes Ferdinand into Argus view there.
There we go.
Another
Nice.
mushroom coral just passed. Another grenadier.
Big grenadier.
Yeah. We're also seeing some of these like solitary white sticks, which I believe are a predatory sponge of the genus Asbestipluma. And another mushroom coral, that pink just at the bottom of the screen.
Yeah, we collected one of those predatory sponges.
Oh, nice.
You're breaking up a bit too much there.
Okay, I won't talk then.
I don't know if that was Lizzie or Lisa, but somebody was breaking up, choppy.
Are we
That was
outside of
me,
our
probably.
outside of our 100 meters since the last?
Yeah,
transect?
I was just checking that. So we are now 150 past. So if we want to transect, we're available for that.
Do you want to transect, Lisa, or do you want to keep moving?
Let's just keep moving a little bit more. I think let's try and get up this past this area to sort of see if we can find more consolidated rock.
Yeah.
I think maybe jog east for
Yes.
a while.
Looking
The end
like
of that rockiness.
Yep.
Bridge nav.
Turn in east. Sonar target.
Alter course to east. 100 meters. Thank you. We're gonna Tokyo drift Argus into the east. Eventually get there.
Slow-mo Tokyo drift.
Yeah. It's a cool rock interface there, rock sediment. Wonder
Well,
if this was a
eco-town.
laminar, a sheet flow at one point. That's since broken up. It's hard to say.
Oh, some hopefully ridge lines coming up there.
Yeah.
Or ripples, hard to say from here.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, the slope's going to pick up pretty quickly here. It looks like from the high pack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, our sonar's hinting the same.
Okay. So lots of crinoids that we're seeing here. These are the ones that we saw dancing away from the collection of the Pharea sponge earlier.
Mm-hmm. There are shallow water species of crinoids that you can find in the tropical corals as well that are also beautiful.
Tugging me a bit.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, Roger. I'll come back to the south there a little. I'm gonna have to.
I might have to bump north as well, just so we stay on the rocky bit.
Yeah, or we. Looks like we can cross it here. Yeah.
What was that?
Looks like I can go across it to
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's right in front. Gotcha.
tanked up on water because we're entering the desert.
Yeah. I think Argus swung a bit south there before it went east, so.
Yeah, Roger.
Oh, okay. So we're waiting for the other ROV to catch up.
No, we're still moving east,
Yep.
but kind of southeast. I came to the north a little, fell on the edge of the rocks there, and Argus went south, so we're I'm going southeast and he's going.
Yeah, that's that pendulum
northeast.
swing going southeast and then swinging east. It kind of
Oh, all right.
pendulums a bit.
So could we get a sediment core here while we're waiting?
Sure.
You want me to
Then
slow
let's
the
do
ship
it.
down or stop?
Whatever works best for you.
Yeah, it's probably best if he comes to a stop.
Roger. Bridge nav. Hold position. Thank you.
Put our nose into the breeze here. Fish should tell us which way it's going. Just past one.
Got great visibility here.
We'll try to not back the ship up.
Yeah.
I think I'll pass over you, but we should be all right.
I can move a bit more.
Yeah,
Yeah, I keep moving.
I've been seeing the ship settle out. Argus settle out closer to the ship, and we're about laid back 40 or so meters.
Roger. So we're just at the other edge, so I think I'll have to take it here.
Okay.
There's another sticky fingers candidate. Oh no, sorry, I thought that was a, wreck that one, moving on. I landed with my auto functions on.
I think I might have to back the ship up. Stay in sediment area.
Right.
Bridge nav.
That was a little better. Landing.
20 meters west. Thank you.
You want to open the box there for us, Jake?
Yep.
You know the drill. Thank you. None of these have been taken, have they, Taylor?
Yeah, they have. So you can go for number 3.
Number
1 and 2
3.
are already done.
Copy, thank you.
Yeah.
You want it large screen?
Yes, please. Get rather spoiled with that.
And Jen Brown is reminding us that if we're going to use the sediment cores for particulate organic matter and microplastics, we probably need 2 cores, so we don't have to split them since that's a little bit challenging.
Copy. Did you guys do the Robert Waters method where you plan them both and then pick the other one up?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're referring to.
So Bob likes to, I'll let Rennie explain it while I'm...
Yeah, so we put down 2 cores. That way you don't risk dusting everything for the second core. So that
That's okay.
The top layer of sediment is kind of preserved as is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you want to press down 2 and then pick one up at a time, that...
Yeah, if you want 2 cores. Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's just take care of our core sampling in a good spot with the hope that we will find a great boulder field and we will not find any more sediment.
There is a boulder field to our left there. You can barely see it in the... Okay, I'll be here somewhere.
Yep, looks good.
I'm just gonna just...
And this is sample number 10010.
Thanks for that, Taylor.
Sorry, I'm just playing with a adjustment on the manipulator there to keep it from drifting. Okay, here we go.
Bridge nav. 10 meters north. Thank you.
A little crooked there.
You're getting some good depth, though, considering how close we are to the rocks. I wasn't sure how thick this layer of sediment was on top.
Still slowly going down. Cheating there, I'm wiggling a little. Okay. Coming around for number 2.